Hello.
Hello, sorry, how are you?
How is going? Is everything well?
Yeah,
So-
everything is okay.
Let's start talking about stress and relaxation. So, can you listen to, not listen first of all, can you read this stress relaxation text about Jordan Friedman and then what he says about it?
Okay.
Tell me.
Jordan Friedman, also known as Stagecoach, lives in New York City and is a specialist in the field of stress and stress reduction. He has been developing stress management programs and resources for individuals, companies, and universities worldwide for over 20 years, and his clients include Harvard University, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the New York City Department of Education. He's the author of the Stress Managers Manual, and his work has been featured by the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the Today Show. Jordan is an expert on student stress and has developed a program called Stress Boosters, which helps nearly 250,000 university students and staff.
Stress busters. So, what did you understand? And then, would you be interested in participating in one of his stress reduction programs, the Power Inside, something like that programs?
So I think he's a cool person in maybe psychology, and that's cool that these universities have opportunity for his students for working with stress, and that's good. But in my university, I never used this psychologist's help because I wasn't sure with the confidential of my information, and also, but at my previous job, I used psychologist's help, but it wasn't our job's psychologist. She was just our previous job. We was collabed with other company, so but it's interesting, and I think it's cool that universities try to help our students.
So, can you listen to this part of one of this interview and then answer the questions, please?
Okay.
3.23 Interview with a stress management coach. Part 1. In your experience, what are the main causes of stress?
My clients and audiences tell me that their big stressors are too much to do, too little time, money stressors, commuting is a big stressor. I think that the opportunities to be stressed are everywhere.
Do you think life is more stressful now than it was, say, 20 years ago?
I think that today there are many more opportunities to be stressed. There are many more distractions, especially ones that are technology driven. And I'm a big fan of technology. We can use technology to help us reduce stress. But when you have emails coming in and text messages left and right and Twitter feeds and Facebook messages and TV and the kids and a job and maybe school, it really divides our attention and it produces a stress response that is often ongoing, continuous within us. And all of that stuff can take away the time to just relax, take a walk, not think about who's trying to communicate with us, and not needing to be on all of the time. So I think there are just more chances to be stressed today, and therefore we need to really pay more attention to reducing stress.
Can you tell us something about the effects of stress on the body and mind?
Stress impacts the body because it produces wear and tear. And when we are constantly stressed, our organs, our immune system become the punching bags of our stress response. Stress is really important, and in fact, it can be a lifesaver. But when it kicks into action all the time, it has a corrosive effect on us. So, for example, our immune systems are weakened when we are under a lot of stress, and especially for a long period of time. When our immune systems are weaker, it opens us up to be more susceptible to illnesses in the environment. Stress contributes to high blood pressure, which contributes to heart problems and stroke. Stress impacts our sleep. So when we get stressed during the day, it often makes it more difficult for us to fall asleep at night or to stay asleep or to have a quality night's sleep. And if we don't get a good night's sleep, then we are tired the next day, which makes us more stressed in many cases. So it becomes a stress, poor sleep cycle that is stressful and tiring. So these are all reasons to really pay attention to our stress levels and to take action to reduce the stress.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
listen to you.
Why does he say it's important to reduce stress? Because stress can big impact to our health.
Impact on our health.
Impact, yeah. And so the biggest causes of stress are, I think, maybe he's a sarcastic person. He thinks that biggest causes of stress nowadays it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So too much to do through the time because of money, and also with communications also can be stressful for us. And second one, about compared with 20 years ago, life today is more stressful because so he also repeated twice about nowadays everything is stressful. So there's too many opportunities being stressed because of the messengers, Twitters, TVs for kids and so on. Because you can because there is too much notifications, and you need to just relax and try to work and just without notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so as he said, there is too much opportunities to be stressed.
Too many opportunities and
Yeah.
distractors as well.
And third one, nowadays we don't have time to just walk and just relax and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And if our immune systems are weakened by stress, so stress also can have a big impact to our health, especially for our immune, because if you will be stressful, it's also you can the low immune also impacts to being illness and being weaker, and
Mm-hmm.
also it can impact to our sleep. So they will know the high quality sleep, the high quality night sleep, and so on, because of our attention it's on our notifications, on something else.
Okay, so let's see second part. Please listen and I choose true or false.
Should I listen first, or I can just answer for it?
True or false? You need to first listen.
Okay.
3.24 Interview with a stress management coach. Part 2. How can you help people deal with stress, and how how long does it take to find a solution?
The great thing about stress management is that it's like a salad bar. There are 30 different choices on a salad bar, and some of us like most of the things that are offered, but some of us don't like everything. But we get to choose what works for us and what we enjoy. Same thing with stress management. There are more than 30 different ways you can manage stress. There are probably 30 million and counting. And we should pick the techniques, many of them easy and simple and fun, that we like. And therefore will be more likely to use them on an ongoing basis. So stress management can take as little as 10 seconds. You can look at a beautiful picture that you took on your last vacation. You can put it on your computer screen. You can put it next to your bed. You can put it on your desk. And just focusing on that photo of the ocean or a mountain or a beach can alleviate stressed feelings immediately. We can do 1-minute breathing exercises. We can exercise. We can take a 10-minute walk around the block. We can meditate each day. So there are many different ways to prevent and reduce the stress that we're experiencing. The key is to do it on a regular basis.
Are the solutions to stress physical, mental, or both?
Stress management involves both the mind and the body. They make great partners when we're trying to feel better and to cut down on the stress that we're experiencing. I once worked in a school where a student identified his stressor as riding on the subway. He felt very stressed going to school every day and very stressed when it was time to go home because the subway made him feel very closed in and like he wanted to escape. He couldn't stand the crowds. And then we opened up to the rest of the group and we asked them for different ways that this student might think about this stressor and different ways that he might act to try and reduce it. And the group came up with all sorts of great possibilities, including that he ride in a different car. In the first car or the last car, because it's often less crowded compared to the center car, which is where he always used to ride. And he liked that idea, and I heard from the principal of the school a few weeks later that he in fact had started riding in the first car, and for the first time in his subway taking life, he didn't feel stressed, he didn't feel anxious because the car was less crowded and he felt so much better. And you might think, well, that's such an easy answer. Why didn't he think of that himself? The truth is, and I think we all identify with this, we get into very fixed ways, habits almost, of thinking and acting because we deal with our stressors and have dealt with them in similar ways for a long, long time. So we lose the perspective. We don't take as much time to think about how we could deal with our stressors in different ways. So this is an example of how the mind and body and actions and thoughts can work together to really make a big difference in the way we feel.
Okay.
So what did you understand?
I understand that there is always different ways of dealing with stress, and you just need to choose the best one for you. And also, he told about how much time the stress can become, and he told that 10 seconds, but I understand that it's minutes or less. I said that less, it means that 10 seconds, but it's not true. Mm-hmm. And also, he worked with students who's very be very stressful when he's on traffic, on train, and he tried to solve it with driving the car, and it was helpful for him. And you know, I think if I will have a car, I think I also will be happy as the students. And the students' classmates suggest that he should travel at a different time of day. That's true also. No, it's not true. Okay, it was false. The solution to the student's problem was difficult for him to see for himself. Maybe it's true. So that's all.
Okay. So. Part 3. Let's listen to this stress management program on students and then answer the questions.
Okay.
3.25. Interview with a stress management coach. Part 3.
Are some age groups more susceptible to stress than others?
Stress is a very democratic occurrence. So older people are stressed, college students are stressed, babies get stressed, 30-somethings get stressed, men are stressed, women are stressed. So it's hard to say if one group is more stressed than another.
What makes students stressed? How does stress affect their lives or their studies? And what are the most stressful times in a typical student's life?
College and being a student can be really fun and exciting and rewarding. There are also a lot of stressors associated with it. There's the studying, there's the pressure to do well on exams so that you can get a better job and perhaps make more money. You are in a different environment that doesn't have the same support that you used to have, especially if you were back home. There is the social stress of needing to meet new people. And also for a lot of young people, especially those in their teens and 20s, we see a lot of mental health issues arise, and there's a greater need to get help for them while in school. But if you're not with your usual support network, it's even more challenging sometimes to do so. Stress makes it difficult to study, to focus, to concentrate. When you're sitting down to take an exam and you studied really hard for the exam, and then all of a sudden you're having trouble remembering what you studied, stress can play a big role in making it more difficult for us to recall information. If you're doing a presentation, public speaking, that can be very stressful for a lot of students as well as professionals. In fact, still, public speaking is feared more than death by most people. Then there's the financial stress of being in school. Not only not having a lot of money to spend on things that you want to do, fun activities, but what awaits you when you graduate, which for many students is a lot of financial stress and loans to repay. So being a student, great fun, and also can provide a lot of great stress.
You set up Stress Busters as an anti-stress program for students. Can you tell us something about it and how it works?
We train teams of students to provide 5-minute free back rubs at events all over campus all year long. And people on campus come to the events, and not only do they get an amazing stress-relieving back rub, but they also learn about other stress reduction and wellness resources on campus that we train our students to provide. And we have seen incredible reductions in feelings of stress tension, anxiety, lowering of feelings of being overwhelmed from before someone has the stress busters experience to after. We also find students telling us that they're better able to cope with their stressors and they're better able to complete the tasks that they have at hand after they have one of our stress busters experiences.
Okay. So, at what age people tend to be more stressed? All people be stressed. Child, maybe infant, woman, man, students, everyone. And it's hard to say one of the group of people can be more stressed because everyone is stressed. And what main reasons does Jordan Friedman give for student stress? So main reasons, it's of course the study, the tests, exams, the thing that you need to be the more successful than others. Also, it's going to for being better on everything, for your future, for good job, for good salary, and so on. And because of this, your students' minds he can be more stressful, and also there can be of course financial stress because money stress because for example, as a student you want to enjoy with your life and going to fun activities, and also there can be also the social stress. For example, most of students can be very panic when he tries to when he need to speak to the public. Maybe there can be a group of students who can be more stressful, and for he it's better to die than to speak with public. And
Speak to public.
yeah. So how does stress affect memory? How might it affect students? As I understand, students can be more. There will be bad memory because of the stress, and yeah. So what do you think does the stress boosters program give students? Two things. So there will be learn about stress, about the resource of stress, and second one is to how work with stress. So the stress process program is it will be intense, and I think it's very interesting. So what feedback have students given about stress boosters? I don't know about feedback, but I think most of them maybe have a good feedback about this stress boosters program. And you know that both the stress affects the memory, it's true. And so yeah.
Okay. So can you complete these sentences now?
Okay. So we have mails coming in and message last arrived. Try to complete the component nouns in this extract from the interview. We have mails coming in and can you give me one example? What I should do with the red words? I need to
I think maybe if you don't remember, you can listen.
I don't want to listen again.
It is just short, only sentences.
Okay. I remember it. Okay. Okay, it was easy.
Yeah, did you understand all of them?
Yeah, actually it was on the maybe first audio. I remember it.
Okay. So next part. Can you listen to these 5 people again and then tell me what they say about their stress factors.
Okay.
3.27. 1.
Simon.
Are you currently more stressed at work or at home?
I'm more stressed at home at the moment because my wife has just had, or say my wife has had, we've just had twin girls, 8 months old or 8.5 months old now. So it is far more stressful being at home than being at work. I found work easy compared to being at home at the moment.
When things are stressful, what do you do to try to de-stress?
I put my earphones on and listen to music to just drown out the sound of the babies.
2.
Stephanie. Are you currently more stressed at work or at home?
Okay, definitely at work. Why? Because I work for myself. I'm self-employed, and I'm working for. I'm a consultant for restaurant groups, and at the moment, London is booming with new restaurants. So yeah, for the past 3 years, I've been kind of non-stop really.
When things are stressful, what do you do to try to de-stress?
Okay. I have a couple of holidays a year. I disappear off to Wales. So the weekend after next, I'm going to disappear for a couple of weeks. I'm currently looking for a place to buy out there. Ultimately, I will disappear for good. But yeah, I like my holidays, and I also like to go out eating and spend some time with friends.
3.
Jim.
Are you currently more stressed at work or at home?
Well, I work at home. I'm a self-employed writer, and I experience very little stress except in those rare periods when I'm up against a deadline. So I have no commute. My commute is walking from one room to the other, and I have a cozy little office, and I'm very happy and unstressed at work, which I think is very unlike most New Yorkers. I'm very fortunate.
When things are stressful, what do you do to try to de-stress?
I de-stress by sitting down and breathing calmly and thinking about nothing, or sometimes thinking about the cosmos and thinking about the illusory nature of time, and that usually works. But as I say, I experience very low levels of stress because I actually spend a lot of time thinking about cosmological matters, and that has a very calming effect, I think, and I commend it to my fellow New Yorkers.
4.
Mfanwi, are you currently more stressed at work or at home?
I don't think I'm very stressed in either place, but I am giving a lecture on Tuesday, and so that's stressing me out a bit.
When things are stressful, what do you do to try to de-stress?
To de-stress, I like to eat really good food and to watch TV.
5.
Sean,
Are you currently more stressed at work or at home?
I would say definitely more stressed at work. I think stress is quite contagious. I think I spend a lot of my time around stressed people, either in a room with them or on the phone to them or just having emails from them. So I think that builds a lot of stress, just from the environment, really.
When things are stressful, what do you do to try to de-stress?
I've realised quite recently that when I am stressed, I build a lot of tension in my shoulders. I think it's not just a metaphor when we say we have things, we carry the weight of things on our shoulders. So I think it really helps just to be conscious of that, and every half an hour or so, just if I concentrate on relaxing my shoulders, everything seems to be a little bit more bearable.
Okay. So, what do you think is the most stressed? Why? So, why do you think is the most stressed? Why? So, another group of people can be more stressful at their home, but most people can be stressful at their job, but for another group of people, there is no matter being at home or work. It can be stressful maybe in anywhere because of situation maybe. And so the one thing that why they're coming to stress, I think it's the first, it's because of the stressful people. The second one is because of too many jobs. The third one, it will be because of people, or maybe because of too much to do. And what they do with the stress, the stress. For example, someone just try to listen to music. Someone love to just walk, have fun with her friends on the holidays, and other people try to learn something new. Another one love just eats really good food and watch TV, and another one just try to take shoulders and try to relax. I'm that type of person who love eat really good food and watch TV.
Okay, so next part. Can you write their names now?
Okay, focus on certain parts of their body. Box out particular